Hi, welcome back to another Onkruid video, welcome back to another video in Heroes of the Storm. Playing Sonya today, so that's who I am on the friendly team. Then we also have Falstad, Nazeebo, Nova, Auriel. I'm the frontline I guess, but Sonya is not the biggest frontline hero. Enemy team, Lily, Leoric, Zul'jin, Abatur, Li Ming. They have a Leoric. That Leoric is I think gonna prove to be a bit of a better frontliner than I am, but this does incentivize me to not go my single target Sonya build, but go something like the seismic slam build? I guess so. Because that's apparently more to deal with frontline and tanks. Because if I'm not frontlining this game, no one really will. Don't get me wrong, Nazeebo can get quite tanky. Can get quite a lot of health through his passive stacking up, but being the actual like frontline beefy wall that we might need, I don't think so. Yes, I did shave my beard. You noticed correctly. It's Monday morning today, and I have a little bit of time before work. I have only 2 clients though. It's a very long story as to why, but I guess I have all the time in the world to tell any story I want, so here we go. It's not that long at all. I had bought a ticket originally for an event at the coast here in Belgium. Look at my little mount outfit combo. Damn! Marlon Hofstad back-to-back Kiki, 2 trance music DJs. I was really looking forward to seeing them. Well, but I am more of an auto-attack person. And it said in the guide that the auto-attack build, not really the auto-attack build, the single target build, was versatile in many games. I normally was gonna go to the coastline here in Belgium and enjoy 5 hours of back-to-back DJing by the 2 aforementioned artists. However, in the end, I sold my ticket because I had nobody to go with, and because additionally need to be careful, I'm not as good at healing as I think. And because another person in my friend group actually made other plans that I would have loved to join. She had a little birthday weekend planned for her boyfriend, and I'm quite good friends with the both of them now, both with my friend, who is my colleague, and with her boyfriend, so I definitely wanted to join in on those plans if possible, but in the end it was not possible to do either, because, well, okay, so apparently we cannot do that. Maybe I could have played it better, but I thought it was quite close, actually. Of course, Zul'jin gets stronger once he gets lower on health, so it's kind of logical the way that fight went. I'm gonna finish my train of thought now first, because otherwise I'm gonna restart the same story over and over again. She held her little birthday weekend literally like in the middle of nowhere in a province where I don't normally go, so the province of Belgium, that is. So in the end, I opted out of that, and then I was feeling quite sad. I was feeling quite sad about it, Falstad. You could have come to the bot lane at this point in time, buddy. You see me soaking top now. But I made some other plans in the end. I kind of found other things to do. I went to my favorite DJ's DJ set in the back of a coffee store in Antwerp. And that was really like a blast, a lot of fun. And then additionally, yesterday I went out for drinks with a good friend of mine. Oh, that's perfect. That's beautiful, Nazeebo. Very nice. Oh, my stun doesn't even interrupt that. That's interesting. And yesterday evening I went for one of the nicest runs I have ever been on, to be honest. 10.5 kilometers, so nothing to sneeze at distance-wise, but also just in general, like, we had such a nice conversation, me and my colleague. That was a fun way to spend my weekend, and it alleviated my fear of missing out at least a little bit. Because I am often suffering from that, you know. I want to be everywhere at once and I don't want to miss anything that goes on in the world, but it's hard. It's hard when you have such an agenda as I do, which is often filled to the brim. Man, I'm kinda slamming these motherfuckers. So, in the end, everything is okay, right? I had a fun weekend. Maybe I missed out on the birthday weekend, but I will have opportunities enough to see those people. And yeah, I feel good about my choices. It was also a mix of the practicality of it not being perfect, but I think because of the Switzerland trip, or well, no, I know definitely that it was because of the Switzerland trip. There was this part of me that really, for a while, wanted to have an empty agenda. I've talked about this in the previous video, maybe even videos, but it translated itself into looking at my agenda and being like, no, this is too full. I'm not doing this right now. We got the objective, right? Okay, I'll gladly die for that. And it really translated into this idea of like, I want my weekend to be empty. I don't want to spend the first week I come back from vacation constantly having to arrange how I will get from point A to point B. I'm constantly seeing how I would get my tent into the middle of the eastern part of the country. A little sip of coffee. Gotta get the bean juice into my body, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, I had a fun weekend. Nova, thank you. Okay, Jesus Christ, I thought she was gonna let us die for 1 second there. A really, really fun weekend. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do this, Zul'jin. Okay, we're gonna be careful for a second, I guess. I need to coordinate with the rest of my team a bit better because I hoped we could re-engage, but then again, Ariel and Nova are not the most re-engaged type champions, so that was my bad, I guess. We need to focus a bit more also. I think we're gonna focus more on being in the bot lane so that we can constantly clear out this objective camp. And now the new week is starting, but it's not a full week. I have 3 days of work actually, and then the festival starts, then Pukopop starts, to which I'm going 4 days. Really looking forward to that. Going to see Interplanetary Criminal, going to see Sammy Virgie, going to see Malgrab, going to see Hyvis, going to see Idols again. It's gonna be a blast and a half. It's one of the festivals very near and dear to my heart. I've had some beautiful memories there already. Early this year, but Ariel is also here, so I think this camp will just be ours for free. Would have been nice to see some crowd control there on the Lily, but I don't think anybody in our kit right now has it, except for my little stun. Falstaff's W slows a tiny little bit, I think. Great ult Abattoir, really, wow. Great job. Okay, I guess we are fighting. Make sure we don't stand too close to Leoric. Oh, we chose this ult, you don't see that often. We need to focus the healer for sure. So I will do that a bit more efficiently. And now let's focus Zul'jin. Okay, that's Tasdingo. We can't really deal, and they're just gonna auto-attack. I heal with my Whirlwind. I hope it's enough. It's not enough. I'm a bit over-reliant on my Whirlwind healing. I remember from playing against Sonya that I'm always like, oh, come on, she... Yeah, increases Whirlwind healing. They probably utilize this talent because they always seem immortal with their Whirlwind. But I didn't choose that talent, so I should be a little bit more careful. I'm not that self-sustaining. Nazebo is stacking up his quest nicely, I presume, but... well, yeah, okay. That's definitely okay. But we do need him on the objective here. And me and Falstad are roaming in, so I think we will be able to contest this and have a nice fight for it. I need to stay with my team and kill the front line first. Work front to back a little bit more. Leoric is otherwise just gonna be hot and bothered in the middle of us the entire time. Okay, Leoric is very low now. Come on, please. I wished we could have killed Lily there, because now we're gonna be in trouble, but maybe we can do the objective. Did we get it? We got it, right? Oh, that was really close. I think that was like, they needed 3 and we needed 3. That's actually beautiful. A beautiful way for that fight to go. I'm looking forward to the general feeling of like not having to worry about anything again as well. Something I enjoyed most probably about my Switzerland trip. Abilities give more movement speed. Beautiful. Okay, so we will be able to chase more. We will be able to reposition more during our whirlwind. It's actually a fun and strong hero, Sonya, for sure. I'm just playing her now because for my quest I need to play a tank or a bruiser and I need to play a Diablo hero. So it's actually quite efficient. I don't want to fight Zul'jin, to be honest. Especially not if he has an Abattoir head on top of him. Hello. How are you? That feels bad. Okay, Zul'jin is almost dead, but we definitely need to focus the healer first. Although this is a beautiful Nazebo wall. He used his Tasdingo, right? Yes, that's nice. That's an interesting stasis, but I appreciate her effort to save me. I'm okay with that trade for sure. That's fine. I don't think I could have survived that. Their Li Ming is hurling some dangerous arcane orbs at us. They are really dealing an immense amount of damage. It's only gonna be one video for me right now. After work, I have a friend coming over, one of my near and dear friends, Robin, whom I did my birthday party with as well, because we celebrate our birthday on the same day, and we are gonna make some beats again together. And I'm looking forward to it because it has been a hot minute since I have touched Ableton seriously. I kind of mingled and twingled a little bit while on holiday, but just once and not in a serious manner. That hence the mingling and twingling, you know. And I think he has this motivation to make music that can really kind of contaminate me and make it so that I want to be more serious about it for a while again and really focus on creating some more music again. So that's a form of motivation I will gladly take. Kill the Ableton minion first, and then with this jungle camp, they are gonna have to send somebody top, especially if Falstad is joining the fray here, because if they don't send anyone here, well then we will just have some free push. So Jin, you can stand there all you want. Oh damn. We are just focusing on the building right now. I don't want to let him deal his damage to me for free though, because he deals a lot of damage. I'm gonna try and just get out of here, which I was successful in. Make sure the Lily doesn't just kill me. Thank you, Ariel. I imagine that is Falstad that fell in the end. More like fell stat. What? I'm gonna look for this Abatur for a second. I mean, he's looking out for me, so he knows that I'm looking out for him. But that just feels so satisfying. Like, I mean, you can't not do that, right? I'm not gonna be able to win a fight like that with Soljin one-on-one, but I don't think I could have gotten out of that situation. So, I guess I should have ran away from him. Does he have a quest that can stack up? Yeah, he definitely has, right? Yes, he for sure has. So, running away or standing underneath a tower and having the tower kill me together with him would have actually been a better play there, because I would have died quicker and he would have gotten less auto attacks off. And my team has still claimed the objective for us, so beautiful stuff. It's not going as swimmingly as the previous Heroes of the Storm game. I'm also dying way too much, way too many times, but I'm still enjoying myself. In the evening though, I have some time left, so I might spend that time recording some more. Maybe finally getting into recording some more book content. I have asked my father-in-law, he is a photographer, if he has this kind of tripod that can help me film downwards. And I think that's gonna be a game changer. That's gonna, well, that's like stupid, right? To think that a new piece of equipment will all of a sudden motivate you to such an extent that you will make more of the videos that you want to make. But I digress. I think it's gonna be nice in the sense of it's gonna help me get new angles for my book content, kind of throw some new life into the mix, kind of make it more interesting again. Not that I'm disinterested in making book content, but I think it's just gonna blow a new wind into it, you know? Does that make sense? Oh yeah, we can definitely fight here. I said we can definitely fight here, but the rest of my team is not really following, and I can't blame them. I'm being too aggressive. Sorry. A little bit of taking up the blame, taking up my responsibility, because I feel like I'm throwing the game a bit. The editing part is becoming more enjoyable because I'm kind of putting my own spin on things even more and putting more effort into it, going for that quality over quantity again. But it does mean that the videos get pumped out a lot less frequently than I would want them to. And I'm kind of fearful. I'm holding tightly onto my heart for when the therapist education starts again. I hope I can keep it up. I can keep up the production in any way, shape or form. Whether it's music, whether it's DJing, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's things about reading. I hope I can keep up some form of not consumption but production. But I don't know, right? It's quite hard to see beforehand how it will go. Thank you for cancelling your wall immediately, Nazibo. A nice attempt on the wall. Don't let Lily just auto-attack me for free. We need to become level 20 first before we have another major fight. So I think heading over to the bot lane and trying to soak as much XP as possible is not the worst approach at this point in time. I finished The Ides of March. Amazing book. Amazing book detailing the life and death. Not that much the death really, but more of the life of Julius Caesar, the most famous Roman emperor to have ever lived probably. And I really, really enjoyed that book, even though it is fiction, which is something I realized only later. It is a fictional book, but still, it gives such a lively, immersing insight into his life. And it was just a very compelling book to keep on reading. Like, it really could keep me hooked for a while. Now I have started another book by Wart Ruislink, a Belgian author from Days Gone. The healer is isolated, so we should definitely capitalize on that. Or at least keep her isolated. I'm not going in. Past Sonya of like 2 minutes ago would have just blindly gone in there, but I'm taking my time a bit more. Kill the Abatur clone, and now we're gonna use this opportunity to just move out of here for a second again. I'll just get my sippy cup. Ariel, be careful, be careful, be careful. I'm just trying to force him out of here, because with his Abatur head, I will definitely not be able to win against him. Nova is beautifully just taking the objective. I really appreciate that of her. That was well played. Did I distract Soljin long enough? No, I'm afraid not. Let's quickly head into the top lane to defend and take this mercenary camp, while they have to defend the... Is the bot lane? Is it the mid lane? It's the bot lane. It's already there. I was looking for a sign of where it would spawn, but it was already wreaking havoc in the bottom lane, so need to open my eyes a bit. The two clients that I have today are very, very much okay. Two males about my age. One I normally talk about difficulties in concentrating and in his studies with, but it's summer holiday right now, so some other topics might come up. It's been a while since I've seen him. The other one, we talk about his new relationship the most of the time, and it's also some very interesting conversations because he is motivated. He is very, very motivated to try and figure out what the hell is going on in his relational patterns, because he wants this relationship to go well. He wants it to thrive. He wants them to prosper together. And having such a motivated client for such a noble cause always warms my heart. Noble cause in a sense of like putting in that much effort to work on yourself just to make sure that your relationship is going well, is going swimmingly. I can enjoy that. And he's also just a very fun client to work with, because he's not afraid of some new exercises, he's not afraid of some introspection. Not that I don't like to work with clients that are afraid of introspection or are more hesitant or need more time. Not at all. I'm not gonna go in too deep, I'm just trying to distract them a bit from killing my entire team. That Nazeebo is just roaming free on our asses way too much. Like, we really need to do something about it. And with Nazeebo, I mean Zul'jin. Their Lily is like not afraid of being the front line. I appreciate that, but it is annoying as hell as well. I suck. I'm the worst Heroes Zone player out there. That has to be a kill on the Leoric, right? Beautiful. And now we can continue. Now we can continue. Especially if I would have hit that hook, then we could have continued. Are we just gonna push in the lane? There's not another jungle camp for us to collect, so I think we really can't do something here. Leoric is being bothersome to my ass. But if that means that I can keep him away from the rest of my team, then for a second that is fine. He's about to respawn. Can't we just kill him again? He shouldn't be able to do this, right? Just respawn in the middle of... He can do that? I sincerely did not know he could recall in that form. I thought it was his spawn animation that we were witnessing. Wow. That's a weird way of getting outplayed on my end. Just the person standing there like Lumbridge home teleporting in my ass. In my ass? On my ass. Lumbridge home teleporting in my ass is maybe not something we should busy ourselves with at this point in time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm as into anal as the next guy, but it's not true at all. That's not true at all. I don't see the appeal in it, but that's maybe a discussion for another time. Did that interrupt his ult, or did his ult run out? Give me some healing. Thanks for the stasis, but again, I don't think it really was necessary. I should have popped my one ability earlier there. I was waiting for bait, but I baited myself. I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything now without me. Nazebo has some nice damage over time, and his frogs are dealing some damage from the side, but he is spider build, I think. Yeah, I thought so from seeing the damage his frogs did. This is their objective, I think. It's actually quite close in terms of killing the little goblets. 31. They are at 32. They are soaring ahead of us. 34, 35, 37, 39. It's their objective. Dingo is down. Soljin ult. And I guess in 20 seconds, I will be able to try and do something with that. What did our healer just do? That lost us the game, no? I definitely think that just lost us the game. Just like I just lost us the game. This is an offensive ult. I thought it was a defensive ult. Just trying to get them away from the buildings here a bit. I'm not gonna engage because it's gonna be 1 versus 3, but I'm just trying to bother them. Trying to make it not as easy for them to siege our base. Hope Falstad doesn't die there, but he might. We don't need 3 people here, that's for sure. Like, again, really, we don't. The Ides of March by Thornton sometimes felt like reading a little bit of an in-depth soap script, or an in-depth like magazine about celebrities and what they were up to, with some beautiful prose, some beautiful poetry, and some beautiful monologues, dialogues intertwined. Nazebo, don't die, don't die, don't die. And then he died. And then I died. Well, not yet, but yeah, that's gonna be game. That is definitely game. And I think it's not just, but I think it's their team comp is stronger now because their Zul'jin just scaled to infinity, and I played no little part in that. I mean, I definitely made some misplays in terms of focusing too much on the Zul'jin this game. Their Lily was quite a skilled healer in my opinion, able to keep herself and her team alive proficiently. And of course, I don't know the hero that I'm playing. It's quick match, so it doesn't matter that I don't know the hero that I'm playing and that I figure out what her ult actually does about 80%, 85% in the game. But this is a deserved MVP for sure. He did a lot. 10 mercenary captures. You get my honor. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.